Hey guys, I want to talk to you about a target stand. And I've really needed one for a good while and just kind of put it off. It makes it so much easier to have something to mount your targets instead of coming up with some kind of hodgepodge. And a lot of times on videos that I watch, people that there's no telling what they're going to put together for a stand. So I thought this might be a good video to put together. I am building a range here at my house, and I won't necessarily be using this, but for doing some of the small shooting that I do here already, this stand is perfect. But the real reason I went ahead and built it was the range that I go to for the 100-yard range. You need a smaller target stand to shoot anything less than 100 yards. And so this lightweight portable stand out of PVC is perfect. And it needs to be 3 feet off the ground to keep from going into the dirt or ricochet. So I just went ahead and put this together so the next time when I go out to the range, which will be very soon, I wanted to have this to take with me. So I'm just going to go through step by step and show you how to put together a very inexpensive little target stand. In fact, this stand cost me much less than 20 bucks. And I bought everything at Home Depot, and it was just really easy. This is what you're going to need. These are my supplies that I've put together. But before I went to the store, of course, I had to put together a diagram of what I was wanting. Here I have the lengths and dimensions of each thing, the elbows, the T's, and then down here at the bottom I put a list. I needed 18 total feet and ended up having to buy 20 feet. This stuff is cheap. I think the 5-foot lengths were only like $1.04 or something. It was pretty neat. But what I had to do is cut each piece. I needed, for the 4-foot lengths, I needed 2 of those. The 2-foot lengths, I needed 3. And the 1-foot lengths, I needed 4. The 1-foot lengths are these that are on the sides of the base. 2 and 2 and 2. And then 4 feet here. I wanted this to be just a little over 4 feet tall. The elbows are in place. The T's. 6 elbows and 2 T's to make this particular stand. Now, while the PVC is pretty reasonable, the most expensive item that I actually purchased to do this was this wire, and it's just some cable wire with metal, and I'm going to use that to hang the targets. I already had this cutter, which this comes in really handy with cutting PVC, but it can be done with a saw with no problem. But this just makes it real easy. We're doing a lot of home improvements right now at our house, and so I had bought that a couple of months ago. Now I want to demonstrate these little pliers here that cut PVC. And what you do is you just raise it open, you fit the PVC, and then you just start to clamp down. And then it makes this clean cut. Just really easy, a lot better than a saw. Also, the PVC cement and the primer, that was something that I already had with me, but that's if you're going to permanently put it together. And I'll show you how. I'm going to make mine into 2 sections. You need a ruler or a tape measure, a drill to drill your holes, however you're going to mount your targets, and I'll show you that. And I went ahead and I'm going to use these clothespins to attach my targets to the stand, so I just thought I'd include that. Now, I'm sure that there are other ways to do it as far as how to mount your target. I kind of went back and forth with that idea, but one of the things that I'm going to do is I have a box load of these things. I probably have 1,000 of these kind of targets, and if I don't want to use this side, I can always mark my own here. I know that's not very precision, but hey, when I've got them, why not use them? So I'm going to go ahead and make my stand to accommodate this size target. So what I did is just decided to drill my holes to fit this. And the first thing you do is you need to mark. I wanted to bring it down about 3 inches from the top. So this is where I'm going to mark 3 inches, and then I take my target and I go from there and decide where I want to make my bottom hole and make it just a little bit below that. Because what I'm going to use this wire to go through the hole, and then I'm going to use these clothespins to attach the target. You want to be very careful because you don't want your wire to be at an angle. It could make your target at an angle. and then we just lower it down, whatever size target you're planning to use. So then I'm going to make a hole right about there. That way there'll be some room for the target to fit in between, but yet the clothespin will be able to fit closely to it. You need clothespins on the bottom because a lot of times on a range the target will fly up. That happens to me constantly. And then we're ready to drill our hole. I decided to use my drill press just because it'll go through straight. Mark your place where you're going to put your wire, but you want to make sure it's big enough for the target that you intend to use. Very nice little line. There we go. Now these are the two sections that I'm going to have it divided into, just to make it very portable. So the top section here where the target goes, the upright, and then the base. So I'm going to show you, I want to cement all four corners, and I'm going to cement the T's coming in, but I'm not going to cement the T going up. So it's just going to be able to fit in and out without any trouble. Easily to fit in a car or just to carry. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add primer and then the cement. One thing you want to be careful of, this stuff stains very easily and it's almost impossible to get off. Also, you want to have this done in a well ventilated area. So I just came out onto this driveway and I'm going to do this here. Again, what I'm doing is I'm leaving it assembled and then I'm just going to disassemble the part that I want to prime. And then when that dries, I'll go ahead and cement it together and then reattach my elbow. And this will keep it all in line. While you're doing this, you want to make sure that the holes that you drilled here are in line, that they will go across and meet to this hole right here. So go ahead and set that up before you start to cement your pieces. Of course, here you see the primed area here. Now I'm going to cement the area and then push it through. Very snug. Then just let that dry. One thing I want to mention though too is there's not water going through this, so it's not very critical. Mainly what you want is just to have a good fit for this thing to stay together. Again, you want to make sure that your holes are in line across. Now what I've been doing is I'll just prime this and then I'll just come in here with the glue after it dries. It doesn't take long to dry, especially out here. Again, you want to make sure that this is perpendicular. Okay, we've got it all assembled here. It's glued together. I have it two pieces. All I need to do then is I can just attach this in. Makes a nice little stand. Again, you can put sandbags here if you need to, but I think you're going to find that this is pretty stable because of the size of the base. Now I'm using about 45 inches of this wire, this cable, and I'm going to make it even as much as possible on either side. Now you're going to want to make this tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this around and then tie it. The first side, the tension does not have to be, you're going to really want to tighten it up on the other side. This may not be the best way to do it. This is just the way I'm doing it. There's probably a million other ways. If you want to put a video response and a better way to do it, I'd be more than happy to take a look at it. Okay, here I have the wire attached. I went ahead and put my target up to make sure there was a good fit, which it is. What I may do is actually make another set of wires down below if I want to do a larger target, but that's what I've got so far. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure those wires with some 100-mile-an-hour tape just to keep it together. Just going to make sure this thing holds up. Plus Add a little digital camo. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I just wrap it around just to give it a little bit more security, plus it tightens it up a little bit. There we go. Most excellent. Now this 25 meter zeroing target for the M16 also works. And this is a target that you set up at 25 meters and it gives you your sight in for 300 meters, as you can see, and has even the adjustments. This is a pretty cool, in fact I'm going to do a review on this. This is a right in rain target, which is impervious to moisture. So, but it fits on my little stand just perfectly, and just wanted to show you that as well. Works just fine. Not a bad little stand. As you can see, holds its own just fine. Again, it's very portable, lightweight, but very sturdy. Now, if you have any improvements or ideas that you could add to this, please feel free to leave me a video response or even in the comments below, because a lot of people read the comments. But this is just what I came up with, and like I said, I am going to add a brace at the bottom to keep my top part solid into one piece. But other than that, I really like this little stand. And as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more fun gun reviews and sensible survival. God bless America. Long live the Republic.
Judas Pereiro avait